Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everyone out there's doing well and seeing back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game Pocket ranked matches. Today's video, I feel like trying out this Alolan Raichu deck that I've put together to see if I can manage to win a game or two online with it. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the best way to run Alolan Raichu. This is just a way that I'm trying it. As of today, the booster packs for Sun and Moon have only been out for like a day or two at this point, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out things for myself at this point. So I'm sure there are way better ways to run this card, considering that it's pretty diverse. It's colorless in energy, so I feel like there's probably a lot of decks that can go in, so you don't have to necessarily run it in an electric deck like I am trying to do, but this is just kind of like the first thing that came to my mind, so hopefully this works. We're going to try it out in ranked and just see if this bites me in the ass or not. But it's pretty simple in its composition. It just revolves around Alolan Raichu, Oricorio, I have no idea how to say that, and Pachirisu. I will have the entire deck list in the description of the video below should you want to try this deck out for yourself or to simply improve upon it. And I will try to explain myself and why I have built the deck this way when we actually find some matches. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling, and I'll be back when I find my first game. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we do have the good fortune of going second. But unfortunately, we only started with the Pikachu and not much else. This is not really the order of operations that I wanted to do here, but we'll make do with what we can. In an ideal world, I would have started out with a Pachirisu in the active spot, because that is our engine, our kind of like Moltres for this deck to help boost the cards in the back row, aka build our Raichu up as quick as we can. If you're unfamiliar with the Alolan Raichu, it pretty much has the same exact effect as Alakazam, as in for each energy your opponent has into their active Pokemon, that is how much damage Alolan Raichu does. So it starts out with a base of 60, and then for each additional energy they have attached, does an additional, I believe, 40 damage, I want to say. Maybe it's 30. That seems like 40 seems like a lot. But yeah, so it can stack up on you quick, fast, and in a hurry. So that is the idea here. Now, I run this Oricorio because it has a unique effect where EX Pokemon cannot actually hurt it. I don't know if that means, like, effects or not. It just says all damage done. So I don't know if, like, you know, Darkrai can still snipe it, or if it can be poisoned or burned or what have you. So I'm not 100% sure if that means what that means, so we'll find out together. But hopefully that wasn't a mistake. But we do need our Raichu. And again, I think I already said it, but I run Pachirisu in this deck because it serves like a Moltres purpose where it can try to build up energy faster than what we normally do. But it looks like we're going up against the Decidueye, which I've not seen yet. And there's the lad. All right. Now, would it be worth it to... Well, yeah, we don't want our Pikachu getting hurt. And I'm tagging in this Rowlet because we don't want the Decidueye to get started here. All right, we're going to tag in the Rowlet. Put an energy into Pikachu. And just kind of try to keep the ball rolling here. Alright, so they're running Execute in this deck as well. Or Executor. Alright, we get another Pikachu, so we have a backup. But I would much rather see Raichu instead. Alright, well, our Pikachu is built up. Our Hurdle is actually drawing into Raichu. And of course, we're going to put the Rocky Helmet into Rowlet here to complicate things just a smidge. Things become less complicated if I draw Raichu next turn, though. And unfortunately, we didn't get it, so I'm going to put an energy in Oricorio. Don't know if it necessarily behooves me to attack in any way. I could get Cyrus in, but we're just going to retreat and bring Oricorio in. And end our turn. Now next turn, I can hit it for 50, and that'll KO it. Unless they draw into, I forget the name of Rowlet's second form. Or evolution, I should say. Dartrix, okay. I could not remember. Now it is more crucial than ever that I get Raichu. Alright, we get tagged for 30 here. There he is. There's the big boy. Well, alright, we can get rid of the Decidueye threat. Bit of energy into Oricorio. I hope I'm saying that right. I have no idea how you say the Pokemon's name. And they're gonna get, so it is 30. Okay, so I couldn't remember if it was 30 or 40. 40 seemed like a lot. But either way, it's gonna hit for 120 damage. And they don't have anything on the bench that could one-shot me just yet. No, Executor could ruin my day for sure. And if they play Execute, they absolutely have it. All right. Now, I could be a bastard and bring in Oricorio because Executor could actually not hurt it. If all goes to plan. Now, Cyrus can ruin my day for sure. But when would Cyrus not ruin my day? Please be Tails. It is not Tails. Alright, well, we get popped for 80 here. We get another Pachirisu. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is run. I'll bring in my hurt Oricorio. Put some energy into it. I think I could have killed this Executor had I played red with Raichu. But I'm an idiot, so we're just going to see if we can get down here. Alright. Now if we play Sabrina, we just bring in our other Oricorio. If he plays Cyrus, that's a problem. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Erica's also a problem. Alright, they're going to play an X speed here. Alright, so I'm absolutely going to Cyrus back in this Executor. Alright, we're going to get popped for 20 here. That's not the worst thing in the world. We'll play Pokeball because we can. I don't think I have anything left in here, do I? Okay, I don't. So that seems like a lot. Put energy into that one. Bring me Executor. Alright. Let's do some damage here. I can Cyrus this bad boy in again. I wish I wouldn't have wasted my red. Alright, so now I just have to be a pain in the ass. They had another Erica. It is a grass deck after all. But they can't run. Unless they have a leaf. Please don't have a leaf. Or Cyrus. Both are bad. Well, no, you played Erica, so they can't do anything. Alright, well, let's put another energy into this bad boy here. And we're going to zap him out. Now, they need a leaf or an X speed and another energy to retreat. They do. So we're going to lose this Oricorio. Ah, I did not realize that hit the entire field. Well, don't I look like a dumbass? Well, now I know that that hits everything. Well, that was all kinds of unfortunate. I probably could have maybe played that a little. Well, not maybe. I could have played that a whole lot better. But yeah, that caught me by surprise there. But hopefully the next game I can be less stupid. But good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I have found my next opponent here, and unfortunately we are going to have to go first, which is never good. But we do start out with Oricorio, so if they do have an EX to start, then we're not in bad shape. But running an electric deck with a lot of basics, you would think I would get more than one in an opening hand. Alright, when we get Sabrina, go ahead and put the Rocky helmet on. Now, building up into a Fernape, they can't hurt me if they do that, so there's that. And we're going to get Pikachu out. Go ahead and put a Rocky helmet into this lad as well. And that's all I can really do. I don't know if I'll ever get the ideal opening start of having Pachirisu and Pikachu in the opening hand and Raichu in the opening hand at the same time, but we'll see what we can get. So, during Charizard and Infernape. Wombo combo. Yeah, so they have to kind of just chip away at me with their basics. They can't, and EX will do nothing to me. Alright, we get a red. Well, I can do nothing here, so we'll just have to live with what happens next. Alright, what do you do? Alright, if you don't really retreat, you lose Chimchar. You chose to retreat, so you don't lose Chimchar. But I do have a Sabrina in hand, so unless you play something else, Chimchar is going bye-bye, and we're going to get rid of Infernape. Well, I guess it's really a choice of, do I get rid of Charizard, or do I get rid of Infernape? I mean, I guess there's no point in letting Charmander live, because I think, yeah, Charmeleon would be a bigger threat, because it can do 40 damage, whereas Monferno can only do 30 if memory serves. So, well, I only have 30 health, so Monferno is a problem. They're both problems. Okay, so we are going to lose our Oricorio. And unfortunately, I don't have anything else, so that is a problem. All of my basics are currently eluding me, so there is that. And because I don't have a bench... Holy hell. Alright, well. I can't actually hurt Monferno because I don't have a bench of any kind. And Infernape would immediately KO me, so just gonna have to try to get this energy off, and of course when I try to go for it, I don't get it, so we'll do nothing. Oh, how am I not hitting? There's like, what, I think 4 or 5 basic Pokemon in this deck, and I can't draw a single one. Nor the 2 Oaks that would net me more cards. Okay, well this is a problem. Alright, he has an Infernape. They can't attack yet because they opted to put an energy into Charmander back there. Alright, well... Infernape does hit for 140, so that's a problem, because Raichu has exactly 140 health. Alright, we got our Pachirisu. So, let me think what to do. Should I put, if I put Pachirisu in the forefront, then I will lose. Well, we can go ahead and evolve. I will lose my energy to Raichu, thus setting me back a turn. But we'll take Infernape 2 turn to get built. Yeah, I can't really run the risk of losing Raichu immediately. So we're kind of in the same spot no matter what, because I would have 2 energy in the Raichu next turn no matter what. It's just a matter if I lose Raichu to Infernape or not, or lose Pachirisu. They've got their Charizard now. Now, Infernape doesn't have a retreat cost, which is the problem. So I am going to lose Pachirisu here. But they have to spend... Okay, I think I can still win here. But I think I need them to put an energy into Infernape for that to happen. Because I do need... Well, no, actually, if they play Stoke into Charizard, I might be able to one-shot it with the combination of red. All right, this may, depending on how stupid my math is, this may still work out. Again, they can't attack me with Charizard or Infernape next turn, no matter what they do. They have to Stoke. Which will give Charizard 5 energy, which is a problem for them. Please be Tails. Fuck. Of course. Like, why would it not be double heads? You know, I do it, I get Tails immediately, but just of course. I have the worst luck with coin tosses in the world, so yeah, of course that was always going to happen. It does me no good at all to bring Infernape in due to the no retreat cost, and I think I am just shit screwed. So here we are. There's literally nothing I can do. I would love to know what it's like to get a heads on a crucial coin toss like that. All right, well. Had that not been heads, I would have won. But unfortunately, we don't get to have nice things. So, yeah. Because I would have played red, and that would have done, what, 30 times 5? So, yeah, that would have been a shit ton of damage. But we do not live in that reality. But in another timeline, I'm happy. Alright, we are officially in an 0-2 hole with Alolan Raichu. I see the potential here. I just need luck to go my way, please. For once in my life. Alright, well, good game to that opponent. We'll see if we can get at least one win on the board. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my final opponent here. So let's see if we can get a win on the board, for the love of God. Alright, well, once again, we start out with Oricorio. Flabebe. Alright, this might just be a bot, unfortunately. Maybe the game pitied me that much by losing 2 in a row. Oh yeah, this is absolutely a bot. Alright. Okay, well, so I did not want Sabrina. I wanted Pikachu. Alright, let's let's see if this deck can beat a bot. Alright, we get another Pikachu out here. Get an energy into Oricorio. And then we end our turn. And it's now bedtime. Alright, see if we can wake up. We do. Alright, so we can get rid of Flabebe. We get a Cyrus. And we take out Flabebe here. And down it goes. Like, I still haven't started once with Pachirisu and, and Pikachu. But them's the breaks. And we get Team Rocket Grunt here. Alright, we'll get an energy into Pikachu back here. And we'll take out the Togepi. Alright, well, what are you going to bring in here? Dondozo. Alright, so we need 2 turns to bring that bad boy down. They could do nothing. We do get a Raichu. I do not want Team Rocket Grunt. Alright, let's get an energy into our Alolan Raichu. And we'll zap the thing for 70. Alright, it does have a pretty high retreat cost. So, unless they have an X speed, they can't go anywhere. And there's Professor Oak. We'll put an energy into Raichu just because we can. And we'll play Oak just because we can. There's Pachirisu. Get that bad boy on the bench just to know what it's like. And we'll attack and win. Alright, well there's one win on the board. I can at least beat a bot, I guess. But I won't leave it off like that. Let's see if we can find a real person to see if they can humiliate me further. But good game to bot Matt, and I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my for real final opponent here, as this appears to be a real person. And we are going to go first once again. Why do you keep giving me Oricorio to start? Please don't do that. Oh boy. Alright, unless this is an EX Pokemon. And it's not. Alright, well. Again, not a good start. Now we have to go first immediately. All bad things. So we'll play a Pokeball. This gives me another one. And we'll oak it up here. I really needed a Pachirisu and a Pikachu combination. Alright, what's this gonna net me? Pikachu, not bad. Alright, I'm gonna put a Rocky Helmet into this Oricorio to maybe deter them from attacking, but if they get an item into Skarmory, they're just gonna hit me for 50 twice, regardless, so we could already be off to a bad start. Now, are they running Dialga as well? We'll just have to see if they're running Steel-type energy. And they are running Dialga as well. Do they have their item already? Right, they actually don't. But I think what I'm going to opt to actually do is build up this Oricorio on the bench, just in case they do get an item at some point. And one-shot this Oricorio. So we will end our turn. And hopefully within 3 turns they don't have an item. There's the item. They put the giant cape on Skarmory. And completely, fully heal it. So that's not good. But they're going to get hit for 20. I unfortunately still can't take it out. Unless I get my other Rocky Helmet, which would kind of deter them from attacking. And we do get a Alolan Raichu. That is good. Alright. I think I'm going to opt to actually play Sabrina. So either they bring in Dialga or Cosmog. Now, Dialga can't hurt me, but they could still get the effect they need. Alright, well, we do manage to do some damage to Cosmog here. Now I gotta get Raichu built up. I need 3 turns to get Raichu built up. And they have an X speed, so we are gonna get hit for 50. Offer it from Skarmory. Alright, well, Skarmory's gonna have to just, or not Skarmory, but Oricorio's gonna have to just kind of be our meat shield. Not really much I can do. The Rocky Helmet and the Raichu, just to give us a little bit more protection. And I will actually Cyrus in the Cosmog, just to eliminate the threat of the EX. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the Sun and Moon Pokemon. Why can't I remember its name? I feel like it's Lunar or something because it's the moon, so. But I cannot remember. It escaped me at this time. Alright, well, we lose Oricorio. I can't attack with Raichu. But they can attack with Dialga. Now, I could potentially be able to one-shot that Dialga. Let me think. So they're gonna have 4 energy into it, which would be what? 90, 120, 150. Oh yeah, that thing is beyond dead next turn. I don't think they can KO my Raichu. Now, if they play another basic, my plans are ruined, but we're gonna hope that doesn't happen. I still think I can KO that Dialga if my math is right. It's going to go back down to 150, and Dialga only does 100. Even with a red, this doesn't want to kill me in any way. Alright, I think if my math is correct, they have lost. Alright, we get the energy into Raichu. Put Pikachu on the board. Oh yeah, they are beyond dead. And I managed to get a win on the board against a real person. Who would have thunk it? Well, alright, we get a real win with Alolan Raichu here. But I do believe I'm going to still call it after that match. Good game to that opponent. Like I said before, this is probably not the best way to run Alolan Raichu. I'm sure there are far superior and better ways to do it. This is just the way I opted to try it at first, but I'm sure more stuff will be discovered. I am not a genius deck builder by any stretch of the imagination. I just thought this pairing would potentially work. It kind of did. I kind of feel like I had some bad luck in some in certain spots, and maybe a couple of bad plays that maybe we could have got some wins out of. But overall, I think there's a lot to be proved upon here. But yeah, if you made this far in the video, I thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.